We got some people in here. I don't know who's. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Here, let me fix this. There we go. I'll just do it long ways. That way I can get the top of my head. What's going on, everybody? Let me go ahead and we actually got some people. Modern Muscle Performance. Pay too much if you didn't purchase from me. Purchase what exactly? Do you sell airbags? If I would have known, I would have purchased through you. But it's crazy because I ordered my airbags Monday and they showed up Tuesday. So that's really fast shipping. What is up, Tim? Thanks for joining the live, bro. Smack the yes, please hit the thumbs up. Help me out, guys. That'd be awesome. Mike's Garage. Thank you, sir. Hitting the thumbs up. Everybody telling everybody hi. Hey, Modern Muscle Performance. How much for an ESS supercharger? I'm saying that I'm not gonna go boost till next year, but I don't know. I'm the type that I will end up changing my mind, and it might be a little sooner than later. Just curious, who normally goes live on Wednesdays? I normally go on Thursdays. Sorry if I'm taking in on your time. I'm not gonna be able to go live tomorrow, so I'm just trying to jump on it today while I can. What is up, Sublime? Thanks for joining the live, bro. Tell him Sublime what's up. So yeah, most of you probably know I put a video out as well, taking delivery of the 2022 Mustang GT and Mischievous Purple. And yeah, the video's been doing really well. I put that video out Sunday, like late at night, so I guess you could say Monday. I put that video out and it's already hit about close to 600 views in a couple of days. Not too bad, huh? Yeah, I'm thinking about it, Tim. I really am, man. I mean, if I think about it, the only other thing I want to do to this Mustang, as far as looks wise, is do the Mach 1 front bumper. I really want that front bumper. I think it's going to look really good when I air out the car and it sits lower. With that bumper, it's gonna sit nice, man. I've actually today I had some free time close towards the end of work, and we put the GT500 spoiler on with the gurney flap. We just did that today. Yeah, actually they are tunable. They're fully tunable. I got with Wangard on it before I even purchased my 2022, and he says we are good to go. I can tune the 2022. I can even do an NA tune if I wanted to. I don't know. I really want to go boost for some reason now. I just saw Xander's video where he's comparing the ESS and the twin screw, whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd prefer twin screw over ESS. I'd want my torque right there and then. But I like the ESS for the noises. Honestly, that's really why I want to get the ESS, just for the jet noises, if I'm being honest. But yeah, Mike, they are tunable. The 2022 is definitely tunable. Exactly, AutoHub. Go big or go home. But for right now, I'm just having some fun with it. Like I said, I just put the GT500 spoiler on, and this Saturday I got a long day ahead. I'll be putting on the airlift kit and then putting the wheels on and then throwing it on the alignment rack to get my fitment perfect. And then I can start heading up some car shows. As soon as I do that, I plan to link up with a Mustang club in Houston that I roll with. I'm gonna go out there, visit them. I haven't been out there since I had the 2019 Mustang, so I want to go out there and meet up with all those guys, and they do some pretty awesome cruises and stuff. So we're gonna go out there and hang out with them. Maybe I'll link up with Zay, TRD for a little bit. Maybe we'll do a collab or something. I want to do some stuff. My main thing is I want to get back into putting out some content for everyone. So like I'm gonna have all these install videos because I got a lot of stuff to install, to be honest. And yeah, man, I just want to be active again. These lives are fun, don't get me wrong, but I want to bring out the good content. Like I said, I just did a taking delivery of the 2022, and it's actually doing pretty well because right now there's not a lot of mischievous purples being delivered. If anything, a lot of orders being canceled. As far as I know, there hasn't been a delivery taken, except for, well, no, yeah, there was like a couple. It's very handful. It's not many, to be honest with you. A lot of orders have been getting pushed back, is from what I'm seeing on like the Mustang forums, especially Mustang, what is it, 6G or whatever. Orders definitely getting pushed back. I got lucky. I don't know how my order was getting pushed ahead of schedule every time. Like I said, we just got lucky, man. Boosted is good. Just don't get greedy on the boost. Good, reliable power. Mike, I'm not going to lie. When I went boosted with the Roush kit, I was just supposed to stay on a Roush tune, and not even a few months later, I went to 93 tune, and then maybe within the end of that year of having the car, I went to E85, full E85. I wasn't supposed to go. My goal was about 700 horsepower. And so I found out 700 horsepower isn't enough for the cars that were out on the street here in my area. So I was like, you know what? Let me go and push this thing to a little over 800. And at least that way I can be able to hold my own. And which I was. And then it kind of backfired on me because at that point, a lot of cars didn't want to race me. So, yeah, I mean, you are correct. Don't get greedy on the boost or the power. It's just sometimes you tend to think or tend to want more. You're not satisfied. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was happy with my E85 setup at the end. I really just needed to work on suspension because that stock suspension wasn't having all that power. It could not put that power down. Give me 1 second. Let me see here. But yeah, so I do want to boost this one. Because the S650 was planned. I'm seeing all the leaked stuff come out on it, and I'm not liking the S650. There's nothing that I'm seeing. There's nothing I'm seeing that I'm like, wow, like I need that car. I want that car. And I really, really, really thought that the interior was going to be what sold me on that car. Because I heard at the early stages that they were going to fully redo the interior. It's going to be totally different. And I was like, you know what? I guarantee you that's going to be what sells me on that car. Maybe the looks on the outside might take a little while, but the interior is really going to sell me. And then I saw the interior, and yeah, I'm not feeling it, man. Like, and that's because I want the S650. I want to get to the S650. Nothing's really making me be like, damn, like, why did I get this 2022? It's not looking good as far as in my opinion for the S650. They would have really had to do something crazy like an all-wheel drive, but I think that's just rumor. I don't think Ford wants to do that. Horsepower is like cocaine. I wouldn't know, Sublime. Never had cocaine. Why don't you get on the panel and come tell us about it? But yeah, no, it's definitely addicting. To the point where like you feel like it's not enough. But for what it was, I mean, the car was holding its own, so I was cool with that. Definitely, I was happy with where I was at on power level. The only other thing I would have probably wanted to do was port the blower, and really that's it. So yeah, you like that one, huh, Sublime? Adding more boosts is like trading up for a hotter woman. At some point, there are more problems than what there were. Okay, now that's a good analogy right there. Pretty much, yeah, you could say that. Um, it's more boosts is definitely fun. I will say that it's definitely fun. When I went from a 3.0 pulley to a 2.7, and going E85 at that same time, dude, like I never had that feeling of where like you're on a roller coaster and you take that drop and your stomach just drops. I never had that feeling in the Mustang until that last setup with the 85. And it was so weird because I don't like roller coasters. I don't like that feeling of my stomach dropping like that. And I was actually doing a pull from a roll when that happened. And I wasn't expecting it, but I did the punch and yeah, my stomach just dropped and I wasn't ready for it. So I kind of like let off the gas and I was like, okay, yo, we got some real power here. So I did it again. My stomach dropped again. And then it took a little while when I noticed that, okay, I'm getting used to this power level because the feelings like kind of went away after a while. But yeah, man, it's crazy, dude. Boost 931, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining the live. Who normally goes live on Wednesdays? Just curious. Yo, Boost Addict, what's up? Thanks for joining the live, guys. BA137. But yeah, you know what? I still got some light outside. Let me go and show you. I'm gonna show y'all the I hate this stupid thing. So yeah, this is mischievous purple. Like I said, you really need some lighting for this thing to pop. Otherwise, it's gonna look black. But you can kind of see a little purplish tint or blue look to it. But yeah, just put that on today. It's got the gurney flap. It's a nice little add-on. I hate the stock spoiler that comes on these GTs. I hate those. Those gotta go. Like I said, I'll be getting rid of those Saturday. I hate this ugly grill in the front. That will be gone in maybe September. September, maybe. I'll get the Mach 1 bumper. And I hate the power level that's under this hood. That will go in maybe, I don't know. I say next year, but I could be lying, to be honest. Anywho, let's go ahead and get back into what we're talking about, cars. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Boost that again. Sublime in 20 minutes. Oh, so Ken normally go. Oh, damn, I'm stepping on Ken's live. Well, I don't plan on being on too long, so yeah, boosted. Normally, whenever I'm about to get on live, you're actually about to get off. So we usually I catch you like right at the end. Yeah, it's crazy because it looks really dark right now, but man, when that sun hits, that purple is popping. The metallic look is popping. It's like crazy, and then you like adjust to like a left, and then next thing you know, it's like it looks blue. It's nuts, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I do like that color. I'm glad I picked that color. I saw eruption green. I mean it looks okay. It's just I don't know. I don't think the eruption green complements the body lines very well. Tell him Boasted, what's up? What is up, Rich? Thanks for joining the live, bro. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I like it, man. I really do. I honestly thought it was going to be a little more vibrant, but I do like how on a cloudy day it just looks black, and then the sun comes out and it's just a whole different car. It's crazy. So I don't mind that. Okay, he didn't go live. Oh, my bad, Sublime. I would have jumped on your live, bro. Actually, you know what? No, I need to get my watch hours up, buddy. I'm pretty sure you got about like 6,000 watch hours right now for how many times you go live. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the panel though, because like I said, I won't be on too long. But I just wanted to come hang out with the homies and talk about the car. I know Sublime doesn't care because he doesn't like the idea of me putting airbags on the Mustang. And that's all right. It's his opinion. But when I gap him with the show car, it's going to be different, Sublime. Coming for you, man. So you better port that blower or go Kong or something. Because when I gap you, I'm going to say, I beat you with a show car, bro. Just kidding, man. But I do want to race the GT500 when I boost. I wanted to race the GT500 whenever I had the other one, the 2019. There was only like one GT500 in the area that I knew about, and he wasn't going to race me. Fat Boy Fox, what is up? Thanks for joining the live. As y'all know, we got the car. Got the car, back to making content. I just dropped the video of the taking delivery Sunday, and it's doing pretty well for numbers for what I'm used to. But yeah. And then today I had some free time at work at the end of the day and put the GT500 spoiler on, so I'll have that install video dropping this Sunday. And then Saturday, I have that day full. I'm sure I'm going to be putting on the airlift kit. So, of course, I'm going to have an install vid on that and throwing on the new wheels because I'm tired looking at them stock wheels, man. I could tell. So, you're going to get. I mean, I did the last setup pretty legit. So, I mean, I went up against some cars that I probably shouldn't have been that close with or beaten. But, man, that setup was just spot on, dude. If I would have done my suspension, I'd have had some fun with that car. That's very true, Sublime. That is very true. And that's where things get, like, a little annoying just because, you know, if you can't take a loss, that's when it really gets crazy. Because then you just want to go faster. Just doesn't make sense. You got to really know, how to control that. Like with me, when I was running people, bro, I didn't care about the setup you had. You didn't have to tell me what was under the hood. I remember when I raced the Cadillac CTS V, and my buddy, a mutual guy of the CTSV hits me up, tells me, hey, I got a buddy with the Cadillac CTSV. You want to run him? Sure. Didn't ask whose is it. Didn't ask where is he from. Didn't ask, well, what does he have done to it? Sure. Just hit me up whenever you're ready. Okay. And then I went to go get some food and got a message saying, hey, you still want to run? Yeah, sure. As long as you don't want to be on camera. Okay, cool. Where do you want to meet? Met up, shook the guy's hand, took some clips of the car, and we went out there and ran. Gave him a good gap, and on to the next. He took that one pretty well, though. That was whenever I lost the splitter on the Mustang. Eventually, I had to come to a point to say, yeah, exactly. Once I had hit that last power level, I honestly was content with that. I mean, y'all see the one vid where I ran the twin turbo Mustang with the A10. He had a Helion sleeper kit, and I mean, you saw how well that car did against that. I mean, that car was supposed to have 1,000+ horsepower, at least 1,000. And I mean, that Roush got out in front of him a good 2.5 cars. But I mean, he has nasty top end compared to a Roush. So I mean, he caught me like right at the end, and I was already out at that point. But I mean, we went to well, the run was supposed to be to 150. So everybody telling everybody what's up. But yeah. So with this one, if I go ESS, I'm definitely gonna stay on 93 for a while, just because I did the E85 thing, and E85 is not easily accessible to me. I literally had to drive 40 minutes to get E85, so I'd have to go take the car, fill up the car, fill up a couple of jugs, and that was me not daily driving this car, and it maybe lasts me a week or two because I wouldn't daily drive this car. I plan to daily drive the 2022. I don't want to just let the car sit here in the garage like I did the 2019 and not really enjoy the car. I plan to drive this car. I plan to take this car out of town more. I was talking about driving it to Ford Takeover. So I definitely want to put some miles on this car and enjoy the car. Because the 2019, I think when I wrecked it, had 10,000 miles. And I maybe took it on a road trip twice or three times. So I really regret all that. I put a lot of money into that car and, didn't really get to fully enjoy it like I wanted to. That's also why I got active exhaust on 2022, because driving a Mustang S550 catless for 50 miles and up is just it's a headache. So at least with this one, I got the active exhaust. I don't plan on changing the mufflers. I like the way it sounds right now. I just want to get rid of the resonator. And if I have to do headers when going boost, I will do I'll do high flow cats. So yeah, Victor, it definitely hurt. Well, it stung a little. Being 10,000 miles, as much money as I put into that car, it sucked to watch it go out like that. But everything happens for a reason. I definitely was a little relieved not having that car, just because, when you're one of the boosted cars in town that people want to gauge where they're at with, you're getting a lot of people calling you out for some runs. And at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time they had a task force for street racing. So they were really starting to cut down on the street racing thing. So it was good to get out while I got out. And that's also why I decided, okay, well, maybe I'll do a show car instead, keep me out of trouble. And I can still have fun with it, still mod it. But yeah, like I said, if I go ESS, honestly, I'm going ESS for the noise, the jet noises. I'll keep it 93. I don't even know if I'll run it because throwing airbags is adding weight. So I'll probably just do like some spirit driving with it, but nothing crazy. Like I said, it's different when you go from 800 plus horsepower boosted to stock. Definitely feels different. But my main thing is at least to put my own touch on this car. I don't like driving a stock car. Exactly, Victor. And that's why like I said, I plan on putting the airbags and the wheels on this weekend. And then I got an X pipe that I need to install, so I'll probably try to do that within next week, throughout the week. But after I get these bags and these wheels installed, I'm taking a trip to Houston. Gonna go link up with my Mustang car club out there. I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm gonna link up with them. We'll probably do a nice cruise and go get some food and stuff like that. Just I need to catch up with those guys, and then maybe I'll hit up Zay and see if like Zay wants to like do a collab or something. I've been wanting to collab with another YouTuber, so I'll take that opportunity if he's not doing anything, and then just take a trip, take a good trip in this car. Okay, yeah, like I said, I won't be on too long, Subline. Uh, Probably hit an hour mark, and then I'll more than likely jump into your live. But yeah, so what's new, guys? Oh, so also, if y'all saw one of my videos in here where it's titled as the pilot. So me and my other two buddies, we decided to do a podcast, and it's called uh, Previously in Mexico Podcast. So we've got the channel created. So we just did the pilot on my channel because it was going to take 24 hours for the channel to get created. So we had everything set up. So we're like, all right, well, man, we're set up. Let's test everything. We kind of winged it, but we went ahead and did a pilot and just put it on my channel. And I'll still probably promote it on my channel, just the edited cut version, I guess you could say. But next time we'll come out with more material, or with material we honestly winged that whole pilot, which it didn't do too bad. But we definitely want to have some material to talk about and to keep it going. So I think we're gonna do another episode Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have some fun with that and go from there. Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to do that. I want to meet all the guys that we socialize with on all the lives and all that good stuff. And yeah, I think it would be a lot of good content for me. But I definitely want to make that. That's the plan as of right now, to make Ford Takeover. I just never done anything like that, a big event like that. So I think that'd be pretty cool. And to see all of our people that we talk to on a daily with these lives. I want to meet everybody. We're, whoever's planning on going out there. But yeah, the main thing was, okay, were we going to have the car in time? We have the car. I got plenty of time till June to get everything situated, put my vacation in, get these days off, get the hotel booked. My only worry is the last Ford Takeover, it rained. I don't want to go out there and then it's bad weather. That's gonna suck. But I don't want to think negative. Hopefully it's gonna be good weather, and hopefully we can have some fun out there. But that's definitely the plan, to get out there and meet everybody. So I gotta get everything situated for that. But yeah, I mean, man, dude, I've only had the car a week, and by the end of this week, I'm already gonna have all the things that I had planned to do to it, other than the Mach 1 bumper. That I plan to get like in September. But yeah, so like I'm already gonna have everything I wanted for the like looks. other than customizing the trunk. I'm gonna customize my trunk for like the compressor and the tank and all that stuff. I just don't know what I want to do yet. I've been kind of doing some research and looking at some, how other people's have their trunk set up. But yeah, I mean, I'm already gonna have pretty much the stuff that I want to have done. So I don't know what else I want to do. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just start saving up for boost and just go boost early. I don't know. I didn't expect to get all this stuff within this quick of time, to be honest. Yeah, hell yeah, Victor, for sure, man. Thundercat, that's what we were just talking about, man. Um, Actually, I was saying that I wasn't gonna boost this one because I was gonna trade it in for the S650. So I was just gonna go show car. But here I am talking about boost. The more that the S650 is leaking out, the more I'm deciding to keep the 2022. I don't like anything I've been seeing on the S650, to be honest with you. And that's because I wanted to like the S650. I wanted to be one of the first small channels to get my hands on this car so that way I could be one of the first small channels to put content out on this car. But nothing on this car is having me like, damn, I need that car. That's going to be sweet. I'm not seeing that on the S650. So it seems like boost it is for the 2022. And like I said, I've already pretty much got everything that I wanted to do to this 2022, and I've only had it a week. I already got all the parts that I wanted. So maybe I'll boost it earlier than next year. That's what it's looking like, to be honest. So I'm gonna go. I already know what boost setup I want. I want to do the ESS supercharger. I've never had a centrifugal, and honestly, like for a show car, I like the noises it makes. Imagine pulling up to a car show, sounding like a jet, parking, and then airing out your car, and then just big old intercooler in the front, Mach 1 bumper. Like, yeah, that's gonna be nuts. That'd be nuts. Purple car, like, oh yeah, we going boost, man. You know what? The hell with it. We're going boost. It's happening. Like, I've already agreed. I've already decided. Like, okay, so we got a 2022. Let the S650 come out. I don't like it anyways. From what I'm seeing, I don't like. I'm still holding out, still waiting to see if the renderings are true. I mean, we don't know what this car is really going to look like, but what I've seen, I don't like. So I'm hoping that the renderings aren't true. We'll see. What is up, Yellowhammer Garage? Thanks for joining the live. Yellowhammer is a new member to a new subscriber. Checked out some of his content, man. I like the Tell the Dragon that you did. That was pretty awesome. See you guys. Congrats on the card. Thanks, Mike's Garage. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Tell Connor, what's up? Did a video recently on the Bullet upper grill install, and it's really clean. You should get one. Man, I don't know. My whole thing is with this bumper having the airlift kit on it. When I air out, the front bumper is just not going to sit low enough, I don't think. I feel like if I got like a aftermarket bumper like the Mach 1, it's going to look lower. And then I'll get like the side skirts. The Scott Drake side skirts was the plan. But I mean, I guess I can get like a PP2 chin spoiler or some kind of aftermarket chin spoiler again, like I had on the other one. I mean, I guess I could do that. Yeah, the ESS, I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I've also seen some 60 to 130s, and man, that's some crazy times. And that, I think I've seen like low fives, high fours, and that's on their biggest pulley. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of good things on ESS, man. And Xander, I'm sure he has too, because he went ESS, which was a shock to me, to be honest with you. I didn't know he knew the research that was going on with the ESS, because I mean they're not crazy known, but they're definitely catching some traction. Uh, how am I liking the car so far? I'm not really enjoying it, just because it's stock. We just put the GC500 spoiler on, and so I'm feeling a little better about it, but I just don't like a stock car. It's just, I never have. When I had the 2019, I didn't care for it too much because it was stock. Once I put the supercharger on, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get a little better. And then once I started, I threw on, I had some Vozen 20s. All right, now I was really starting to like it, start to look better. Then I did the custom front grille and all that stuff, did the back spoiler, and then I was really starting to like it. And then at its final form, I did really love that car. So it takes me a while, man. I don't like stock cars. Like, I got the stock wheels on this car, and I'm just like, they're terrible, because they're the 18 black wheels with like the little aluminum on the side, and they're terrible looking. One of the worst wheels that Ford has ever made. But we're gonna change that this weekend when we put the airbags on and put the wheels on. Then I think I'll really like the car then. But it just takes a little bit of a process, man. That airlift kit's probably gonna take me a good 5 to 6 hours to get installed. So we'll see. Yeah, dude. I mean, once you go boost and you know what boost feels like, you definitely want boost again. It's it's different. It's definitely different. Yeah, for sure. I need to get with Wenger, because I still have my RTD from the last one. So I need to get with Wenger, at least so I can do, maybe a 93 tune, just to wake up from the stock look or the stock feel of it. And so I haven't talked about this on well, I've only made one video since the car came out. So check this out. So this car comes off the truck. It has 3 miles on it, right? So I go and I test drive this car with the salesman that's, doing the deal for me or whatever. And we go test drive the car, and the car's driving phenomenal. It's good, whatever. But I had the mode in normal mode. So I go sign my papers and all that stuff, and I'm like, all right, well, it's late at night. It was after work on like a Thursday. And I was like, all right, let me go wash this car. So I started messing with buttons and stuff. So I put it in sport mode, and I take off, moderate throttle, I guess you could say, maybe about 35-40% throttle. And once the car hit third gear, it hesitated to shift. So my RPMs stayed high, and then so it's like a delayed shift. So it finally shifted, and then fourth gear, it just boom, hard ass shift. And then fifth gear, same thing, delayed shift. So I was like, what the hell? And so, it kept doing it. And so I took the car in the next day, Friday, already took it in the shop to get looked at, to our transmission guy. Because that's how Ford is. Whatever you're certified in, that's what you work on. So our transmission guy, he would be the one to look at it. So I'm like, it probably needs a reset the adaptive values and then a relearn. So he does all that, and he's like, yeah, it drove fine. So I think it fixed it. I was like, okay, we'll kind of find out. He only drove it in normal mode, but usually when you do these relearns and stuff like that, you're gonna do them in normal mode, and it's gonna, it should fix all the parameters on it or whatever. So I took the car back or whatever in sport mode again, same thing. Third delay shift, fourth hard shift, and then fifth another delayed shift. And I noticed, since I've been driving the car, I noticed that normal mode, drag mode, track mode, it does not do it. It only does it in sport mode. So for me, it tells me that there's a software issue. The only thing is, it's 2022, and there's probably not going to be an update for a while. Just because, I mean, people are barely even getting their 2022s. So I don't know if the issue is, within other owners of their 2022s or if it's just me. So I got to kind of sit and wait. So I talked to the shop foreman and the transmission guy because they had got together about it because they already did what they could do. The only other thing would be to maybe change the PCM or TCM or to replace the transmission. But being that the car right now only has like 100 something miles, there's nothing they can do. What the engineers are going to tell them is that you're still in your braking period. So you need to drive the car at least 500 to 1,000 miles. I have not put that car in sport mode since then because I would hate for those shifts to mess up a solenoid or something or the valve body, and then the car's going to have to sit to get a transmission put in. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So right now I drive the car in drag mode, and I'll kind of just wait until I put some miles on it, so that way they can see, like, yeah, it doesn't matter how many miles I put on, because I'm at like 500 or to 1,000 miles, and it's still having that, delay shift and then the harsh shift. But that's kind of where we're at. I understand how this works. So they're considering this a break-in period, and the car is still, has to learn its strategies, is what they're saying. So I'm gonna put some miles on it. Like I said, going to Houston would be pretty good because I can rack up some miles doing that, and then we'll see if it, smooths out, or if we're gonna have to get it back in the shop and get the engineers involved. So that's gonna be something to talk about at some point if the issues don't get fixed. But yeah, it just sucks, man. When you got a brand new car, I mean, I get it. It happens. Believe me, I get it. Of all people, I understand. It's just, damn, like, my 2019 was smooth, perfect, no problems with that 10-speed. And that's because I had 800 plus horsepower on it. And then here I get this one, and it's like, dude, those shifts are ugly. Now, normal mode and drag mode and track mode, it's just fine, no problems. But when you throw it in sport, holy hell, it's terrible. Honestly, Victor, I didn't have any issues. Okay, so my 19, I drove for 700 miles before boosting it. And within that 700 miles, like, no problems with that car. No problems with any weird shifts or anything like that. Then I threw the supercharger on, and of course, when you put the supercharger on, you have to put the Roush calibration on. It was at that point I started having problems because the Roush tune's terrible. So, like, what I noticed with the Roush tune is, upshifts, fine. But then randomly when you're downshifting from second to first, you'll get like this weird like shift flare, and then it would just like jolt like bad. And it would always do it from second to first. And I knew it was a software issue because, I noticed it wasn't going away. So I hit up Wangard, got a tune from Wangard, no problems. Never had a shifting issue since then, since I had Wangard tune the car. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about this one. If at 500 miles Ford can't figure it out, I have a feeling I know it's a software issue. So if Ford can't figure it out, I'm gonna hit up Wangard, be like, yo, can I get an NA tune 93? And boom, problem fixed. I ain't got to deal with it. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's their shifts. I think it's Ford's software more than anything. Yeah, for sure. And they come out with quite a few updates, man. So you would think that they'd get it right, but like I said, even with Roush, dude. So like when Roush has these issues, they'll revise their tune, revise their tune, revise their tune, and still, you're gonna still have problems. You're still gonna have some weird shifts. Um, it is what it is, man. But you know, they're scared to change up their tune to that point just because, you know, you're under a warranty. So, you know, Roush can't do anything too crazy with these tunes because they have to keep certain parameters within, you know, certain specifications. So that way, you know, your warranty is still valid. And I've heard people dealing with Roush and uh, you know, getting revision after revision, especially for like misfires and stuff like that. And dude, you go to you know, a custom tune from, you know, a reliable tuner, and then issue just gone. It is what it is, man. Like I said, the car's brand new, so all right, I got to do what I got to do. Put some miles on the car and see if it smooths out. And if it doesn't smooth out, well, then at some point, you know, we're gonna have to get the engineers involved and figure out where to go from there. Dude, every time I see your uh your channel name, dude, I like that. John the Baptist. I love that, dude. That's awesome. Chevy got the better end of the deal with the 10 speed. Yeah, you don't really hear too much about the Chevy with their 10 speed. Although I will say, well, all right, so what do you think? Same year, stock to stock, who wins? Chevy or Ford? What do you think wins? I'll go watch some videos too. I mean, I guess it matters too, like, okay, was it from a dig? Is it from a roll? I guess that matters too. Dude, Vanguard's tunes are amazing. Like I'm telling you what, I have a 2022 and like I have no problems getting me a Vanguard tune. Like I have no worries. My 2019, dude, as much power as that car had, like daily driving, phenomenal. Phenomenal, man. Vanguard is definitely a whiz when it comes to those tunes, bro. And no joke. I will always recommend Vanguard. People ask me all the time, you know. Actually, I just had somebody the other day asking about a BMP tune, and I told him, I said, look, you know, I may sound biased in this situation, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you to avoid the BMP tune. Um, just because I've heard some things. I've not had them tuned personally, but I just heard some things when I did my research on getting my tune. I decided to stay away from BMP and Palm Beach Dyno, and then sure enough, he hit me up a few days later. He said, "Hey, man," he's like, "So I ordered my RTD and spoke to Vanguard, and I'll be getting a tune pretty soon once the RTD comes in." He goes, I did some research, and I've been noticing a lot of people complaining about BMP's tune." It's like, yeah, I was like, I wasn't trying to sound biased, man. I was just, you know, looking out for you, man. You know, that's my thing. When I give advice, it's because I'm giving you advice of what I've experienced, and I've had no issues with Vanguard. So I will always recommend Vanguard if I'm okay with it running on my car. I would recommend it to you. Now, I will say, when it comes to the Killer Chiller, I've seen a lot of people complain about the customer service from Kincaid. And firsthand, I kind of experienced it. It wasn't as bad as other people are experiencing, but I did kind of experience, you know, some delay on parts that actually never arrived. And then I started noticing more and more complaints towards our customer service. So I had a guy recently, his name's Mark. And, you know, Mark, he talks to me often, sends me messages, you know, about his car or whatever. And he wanted to upgrade to do a cooling upgrade. And so he's like, yeah, man, I see your videos on the Killer Chiller, blah, blah. I told him, look, Mark, honestly, I say the killer chiller, once you get it installed, it does work. It's awesome. But I've been seeing a lot of things with Kincaid's customer service, and I don't want you to go through that. So I'm going to give you advice looking at Interchiller. Interchiller, I hear their setups are a lot more cleaner, and their customer service is a lot more better. Check it out, man. I think it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you're going to get those better aspects with the company. So sure enough, he looked into it, saw, yeah, it was a little more expensive, pulled the trigger on it. This stuff comes from Australia, and it showed up within 3 to 4 days. The setup is a lot more cleaner. It's a lot more easier to install. You don't have to cut any AC hoses or lines or anything like that. It's all just taps into the system. And within a week, he got it installed, and the dude loves it. So, like, I'll be honest, whenever I put my videos out, guys, my 19 Roush Stage 3, great, except the 10-speed. The DCT, my G2, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, the DCT is amazing, man. Yeah, they are a little better on that torque, that's for sure. All right, Tim, thanks for stopping by the live, bro. Get some sleep, man. Sure, I'll talk to you soon. Any regret? No, dude. No regrets at all. I will say I think Ford played it a little safe with the color. I would have thought it would have been a little bit more vibrant, but overall, I love the color. I love how it's not so bright. Like I said, it's weird, man, because like during the day, if it's a cloudy day and the sun's like behind clouds, that car looks black. If you get up close to it and like actually focus in on it, you can see like the purple tint a little bit. But dude, once those clouds back up and that sun comes out, it's a whole different car. The purple pops, then you start seeing bluish, green, and then the metallic just pops. Yeah, I definitely love the color. For what color options they have right now on the 2022s, definitely my favorite color. I was actually going to do the what's the new gray? It's not magnetic gray anymore. But I was going to do the new gray because I was like, oh, well, my 19 was gray. Let me stay with the gray because I did like the magnetic gray. Maybe I'll stay with the gray. It'll be different a little bit. And then I saw that this color was coming. I was like, nah, let's go different. I want something different. And I definitely have no regrets on that color. It's awesome, dude. And so I actually got Tuesday. I have a appointment to get a ceramic coating. So we're really going to see that color pop more. And it's going to be shiny and pretty and badass. And it's going to look awesome whenever I air out this car. And dude, I'm excited, man. I really am. And I'm just excited to have another toy to just have some fun with. If you go Boost, are you considering? Yes, John. I will be going with the ESS supercharger. That is the plan. As far as right now, what it's looking like is I am boosting this car because the S650 doesn't have any wow to it, in my opinion. So it looks like I'm going to be keeping the 2022 and going boost. And being that I've already got all the parts that I wanted to do to this car as far as show car, looks like I'm going to be going boost sooner than I thought because I don't know what else to do. The only other thing that I want to do is the Mach 1 front bumper. I plan to get that in September. So, I mean, I guess I'm going to start saving up for boost already. Might as well. From people, oh, well, it's been cloudy like these past few days. We are in April. April is usually when the rain starts coming in Texas. So, yeah, we've had a couple of cloudy days. Now Saturday, the sun was out completely, and I actually pulled up to a car show Sunday. I got my tent done. My buddies were at a car show. They were actually entered into the car show. So right as soon as I was done with my tent, pulled up to go support my buddies. And excuse me. And so when I pulled up, like, yeah, I had people coming out to the car, and like they thought it was custom paint, and they're like, asking about it. I was like, nah, it's 2022. It's actually Ford's one of Ford's new colors. They're like, man, like, yeah, that's badass. So yeah, I got some good compliments on the color for sure, for sure. You can see, like, when you drive, like, if it's sunny out, like, yeah, people are turning those heads, man. Like I said, it's a whole different car when that sun's out. It's purple. You can tell it's purple when that sun's out. Then you start seeing a little blue, depending on the angle that you're at, but it's purple. But then, like, once it gets cloudy or dark, it just looks black. Then I guess that's why they call it mischievous purple. ESS, haven't heard of them. Any reason of preference over the Vortec or ProCharger? Yeah, so ESS is actually they're fairly new, which is why you probably haven't heard of them. And they're catching some traction, man. I mean, there's not a lot of people running the setup, which is one reason why I want to run the setup. But the way they have the setup, the way they have it routed, it takes a lot less stress off the crank, from what I'm told. As everybody knows, Vortec and ProCharger definitely puts a lot of stress on the crank, but ESS, they have their setup to where it takes less stress off the crank. So it's like more safer, I guess you could say. Not only that, with their biggest pulley, people are running some insane 60-130 times. I haven't seen anything, with passes at the drag strip. Centrifugal is normally not the best setup for a drag race, but 60 to 130s, like, they're running some pretty good times for 60s to 130s. So ESS is definitely the route I want to go. And I've gapped some Vortec and ProChargers, so yeah, we'll go ESS. It's different. Definitely no one in my area is running ESS, so I like to be a little different. I mean, everyone's already done everything, but I like to just change it up just the slightest, if I could. Like I said, I mean, I'm the only purple Mustang in my town that I know of, as far as an S550. So I like that idea. I don't know of a S550 that has airbags in my area, so I could be different there. I just like to be a little bit different. I don't know of a Mustang in my area running stretched tires. It's just a way to change it up a little bit. This is definitely new to me, doing airbags and stretched tires and stuff like that. I'm normally not the fitment stance kind of guy. My 2019 had ugly wheel gap because I had skinnies on the front, and at the time 28s were on back order, so I had 26s. So imagine 26s skinnies on a 18-inch rim, stock, ride height. Yeah, I had some ugly ass wheel gap on that car, but it was 800 plus horsepower, so I couldn't complain. Sit pretty far away from the back. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of cranks, this crank snout snapping. Okay, look, let's see what Victor. He might have some more info on this. German cars new to the S. Okay, so yeah, so they're new to S550s, but the feedback, yeah, it really has, man. It really has. Yellowhammer Garage. Right now, as far as I know, well, I mean, I knew some people talking about it in some Mustang groups that I'm a part of, but like one of the bigger guys, I guess you could say, is Xander. Xander 13. He's running an ESS on his Mach 1, and he's got some pretty good feedback. I mean, he just put the kit on like not too long ago, but he's got some pretty good feedback with it. So I wanted the ESS even before then, though. But he's definitely confirming that for me, that, you know, because he'll tell the truth, I hope, on his channel. But seems like it's doing well for him. Honestly, I just want a centrifugal just for the you know, the jet noises, to be honest. Like I said, if I'm going to show a car, like I want to like pull up to a car show and just all you hear is jet noise, and then just see me air out the Mustang and just see the fender like close to the lip of the rim, like it's gonna kiss the rim. Like that's awesome. That's definitely gonna be awesome. Man, you know, I'm not gonna put a goal out there, just because when I had the Roush supercharger, I wasn't supposed to go even custom tune, and I did, and I was like, all right, you know, 700 horsepower, you know, it's respectable street car. I'll be fine with that. And then I got beat by a Hellcat, and I was like, all right, nah, we're turning it up. So I like turned it up as much as it can go without porting the blower or throwing nitrous on it. So it was like a little over 800 horsepower, and I was definitely satisfied with the setup at that point. But I mean, my goal was starting off just boosting the car, and then it went from okay, boosting the car to okay, now let me get a custom tune and full bolt on, and then it went from okay, well now let me go E85 and fuel system. Yeah, so I can tell you, like, if I set a goal, like I'm probably going to overstep those boundaries, especially if I get beat in a race. Yeah, they're really nice kits, man. They really are, and they're um fairly priced compared to some other boost setups. If it's about, see, there's something that, man, where did I hear this from? I know I was reading on some stuff, and they were saying the way they have it routed, it just takes less stress off the crank. And I think it has to do something the way it's balanced. A low twin. Yeah, dude. That instant torque is just awesome, man. It's because centrifugal, you know, like I said, you know, it drives like a stock car until you get into boost versus a top mount blower. I mean, dude, that torque is there when you want it, like instantly. So it's definitely gonna take some getting used to, because like I said, I was used to that Roush. Just the moment I hit that pedal, like it's there. The boost is there. Um, so centrifugal is definitely gonna be getting used to, but I can guarantee you, I won't be complaining when I hear those jet noises. Honestly, think that Roush could have lasted me a really long time if I wouldn't have kissed that pole. Like, I don't know, man. That setup was like spot on, dude. All I had to do was change up the suspension, and man, I'd have been okay with that. But you know, things happen. Whatever, it is what it is. But I did say I wasn't gonna go live too long, guys. I'm probably gonna go jump into Boosted 931's live as well. I normally don't go live on Wednesdays. I usually go on Thursdays. I won't be able to go live tomorrow, so I was like, you know what? Let me just jump on live, come chat it up with the homies, and yeah. So Boosted 931's live right now. Let's go ahead and jump into his live. Have some fun there. Thank y'all for stopping by. Just wanted to talk to y'all about the car. Excited that I got it. Excited to be back to dropping content. So I'm, yeah, like Sunday I'm dropping the GT500 spoiler install. Saturday I will be installing the airbag, so I'm gonna have that video out the week after. Putting on the wheels the week after that, and then after that I'm probably gonna do like an awesome cinematic with my buddy Henry, and we're just dropping content for y'all, man. We're gonna have some fun. So thank y'all for joining me, coming along for the ride. With that said, later, guys.